Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to The Legend of Korra Season 1, Episodes 4, 5 and 6. Some good episodes again, but I got really frustrated with the whole messy love triangle thing that was going on in these episodes and what seems to be still continuing on. To be honest, in general, I don't really like love triangles, but it gets particularly frustrating when it becomes unfaithful and dishonest. And but before I get onto that, I just want to talk about Amon as a villain. I actually find him really interesting. Like when I made my Avatar review, like just reviewing on the Avatar series after I finished Avatar, I one of my well, the biggest criticism that I made about Avatar, even though I very, very, very much love Avatar. You guys know I love Avatar, but there was one particular criticism that I made about the villains in Avatar being one-dimensional. So the first time I actually really liking this villain. Obviously, I'm not siding with him. Obviously, I want Korra to beat him. I want him to be defeated because I think he's going too far with like wanting to take away all the Bender's powers. Um, but I like his whole ideology thing in a way. Like his whole like belief system about everyone needing to be equal by everyone not having bending powers, because he feels it's unequal that only some people get bending powers and those benders are using their powers for bad reasons, and that's why he's so against it. So I find that interesting. So in the first episode we saw Korra being very doubtful of herself. She's very scared of Amon. Rightfully so. She saw it for herself that he actually used energy bending. It seemed like it was energy bending to actually take away someone's bending ability. So she's very afraid that he's going to do the same thing to her because she feels she still needs to train. And I forgot what that guy's name is, but the one that like probably like tried to like persuade her to join his task force to take down Amon. Because the whole council with Tenzin and that waterbending guy, the waterbending guy really wanted Korra to join his task force to defeat Amon, and he was like probably bribing her with gifts and stuff, and I was like, this guy's a bit dodgy. But I mean, he still has good intentions. He does want to like make sure the people are safe, but I just felt like he was probably pressuring Korra to join them, and in the end it didn't actually do her good because she almost got like she almost had her own bending ability taken away actually, because of her own stupid decision. So she's made a few stupid decisions in these episodes. Well, the first one is the fact that she actually made a public announcement telling Amon through a public interview that he wants that she wants like a one-on-one showdown with him near Aang's statue, and I'm like, you are nowhere near ready to fight this guy. You can't just do this just because you're getting pressured by everyone to sort out this problem. You got to make it clear to everyone that this is not an easy thing to manage. But because she was getting so pressured by everyone, because all of those journalists were like asking her questions about what she's going to do and why she's not joining the task force, which is why she joined them, because her initial decision was that she didn't want to join the task force, so she kept rejecting the waterbending guys offer. But then she eventually did agree to it, and then she made the stupid decision to like actually face Amon on a one-to-one, but instead his whole entire army came and blocked her chi, and then she was surrounded and bound up. But Amon told her that he's not actually going to take her bending ability away because he thinks their fight is too premature. So he knows that she needs to, if this is going to be a fair fight, then it needs to be a fair fight. And also he wants to save her for last, meaning he wants to take away everyone's bending ability away, and then he's gonna come for her. So that's like, that is crazy. That is so cruel. Jeez, this guy is not a force to like mess with, you know? Like he's so skilled, he's so tactful, he's so cunning. That's what that's what I love about him. But like, yeah, it's crazy, this guy. Especially at the end when he infiltrated the arena to destroy the arena, stop the match, and take away that waterbending guy's ability, the Wolfbat guy's ability. I mean, all the Wolfbats actually. But before I get onto that, I just want to talk about the really messy love triangle that's going on and why I don't like where this is going. So in the previous episodes, I thought that Korra and Mako would like, you know, become a thing eventually because it did seem that way. But then Asami gets introduced, and I'm like, what? I'm so confused now. I thought like he was getting close with Korra, but he's actually in a relationship now with Asami. Asami got introduced in the first episode, and she actually was going on a date with him, like a really posh date as well, because she's like the daughter of a very famous man. And he's also famous because he's a player in the Fire Ferrets. So it was so like, oh man, it's so, I just felt so bad for her because Korra has feelings for Mako, but Mako is like, but so once Korra told him her feelings, her true feelings for him, Mako was so confused. Like he likes Korra and he likes Asami. I think he still prefers Asami, but he's kind of confused, especially after like Korra confessing to him. So it's only made him more confused about what his true feelings are, and so that he's actually cheating now because of what Korra did. Yeah, it did seem like he was kind of interested in Korra as well to begin with, anyway. Um, which is what I don't like. I don't like this whole messy love triangle thing because I actually feel really sorry for Asami and Bolin as well because Korra was, it might not have been her intention and she did apologize for it, but I felt really bad for Bolin because Korra was actually leading him on, and it's not nice to lead someone on when you have feelings for someone else. You might be wanting to move on, but if you don't, you really need to be straight with that person. And the whole problem is, the reason why I was so frustrated is the lack of honesty in these characters. Korra, make it clear with Bolin that you don't have feelings for him. It might hurt him, but you have to be honest with him. Honest is seriously a priority here. Mako, you need to be honest yourself. You are kind of leading on Asami, and I didn't like the way he was with her, but he was also having feelings for Korra, and I'm like, dude, make your mind up. I don't like where this is going because you really, it just destroys friendships at the end of the day, and also their players as well, the team players, and it was actually affecting their matches together because they're all in the same team. They're all playing in this pro bending sport, you know, so they all need to work together. But in the matches, after they had like that little argument, Korra and Mako about like Korra was like saying that Mako's jealous that Korra is going on a date with Bolin, and I'm like thinking, well, you need to be honest too. Both of you need to be honest. And Korra, you've just made things more confusing. Like she was just like, your standards are kind of low. Like the way like she just kissed him when he's actually with someone else. I got really annoyed with that. I was like, before this whole love triangle thing started in episode 4, I was like, I kind of ship Korra and Mako together, but because there's Asami and there's Bolin, because of this whole messy love triangle, I'm now really confused now and really frustrated by these characters. Like, you've got to be honest, you know, and you have to pick. You can't have both girls. You just don't get that, okay? I really don't like the idea of cheating, and I really hope Korra raises her standards and is like, well, you can't have me if you're in a relationship still with Asami. Like, you have to, like, you would have to, like, break up with her or something if you want to be with me or something like that. Um, that being said, and then it was also really cringy as well. Like, I just felt it was so rushed between Asami and Mako. Like, she was getting really touchy feely, and like they were like blowing kisses with each other and winking, and I'm like, this is so cringe. It's just a bit too lovey dovey for my personal liking. Um, to each their own, but it just felt a bit rushed as well. And Bolin, like, I can understand why he likes Korra. She's very pretty. Asami is very, very pretty, so I understand where the like comes from. But like, and Korra is just a very great girl to begin with. And Asami, she's a very nice person. But just like, Bolin was getting like way too romantic in these kind of episodes, and I was like, this is so cringy and so one-sided, because obviously it's so obvious that Korra only thinks of him as a friend. Um, so I don't know where this is going, because they're all a team. I mean, they did say to each other that let's just be friends, but even if you say that, inwardly you still have some feelings for each other. So I don't know where this is gonna go, whether Korra is gonna end up with Mako, but then this gonna, I just don't want this to continue as a cheating thing, you know? Because Mako is actually in a relationship with Asami, and so he needs to be honest with himself. Who do you want? You can't have both girls. You say you like Asami, but what? But you won't allow Korra to date anyone else? Like, what? Anyway, it was getting really frustrating and confusing. Um, but I do actually like Mako and Korra together, to be honest. But then again, I really like I mean, Asami seems like a great girl though. And Bolin is a very nice boy. So how does this work? How can anyone be with anyone without hurting someone else? Do you get me? Um anyway, enough about that. So Amon, like, he actually made a public announcement saying that he will destroy the arena. He really wants to stop the match between the Wolfbats and the Fire Ferrets. So that's Korra's team. But Korra made a stand telling the council that they shouldn't cancel the arena just because of what they plan to do by infiltrating it, invading it, and destroying the whole arena and taking away the bender's powers. But Beifong reassured the council that she will make sure she will protect the arena as much as possible. She will protect the people as much as possible for if there was to be an invasion. Unfortunately, her plan didn't work, even though she did like try to make sure that she literally like made all her police force to like check every single area in the arena to make sure there's no weapons or like anything suspicious. These people, like, they were wearing these masks and they were like hiding like a glove inside a gauntlet inside a big bag of big uh a big pack of popcorns. So there was still a way to like hide their weapons and hide their disguises. um hide their true identities as being a bunch of people working for Amon. So it's just, man. So unfortunately for Korra's team, even though they made it to like the finals, the Wolfbats actually won against them. But the Wolfbats, this was another thing that I got really mad about, the fact that they were actually cheating and they were doing illegal headshots, they were doing some illegal moves, and the referees were actually paid by the Wolfbats to not actually give them you know, the red card to like disqualify them for cheating. So I thought that was really stupid that they were still able to to continue the match and actually win it when they actually cheated, because the referees got bribed, so they couldn't do anything about that. Um, that's so corrupt. You can't do that. Has that happened in real life in any sport? I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to get away with that in real life. Um, anyway, this is so because of that. So Amon technically got a very good reason to actually take away the Wolfbats' powers, because they were actually using it for corrupt purposes. They were actually cheating. By using their bending abilities. So I don't mind him taking away the Wolfbats' powers. Um, but oh man, this they were trying to destroy the arena. So Korra and Beifong, oh, that the moments where Beifong was actually helping Korra defeat the chi blockers in the roof of the arena, like it was really nice to see Beifong actually help out Korra, because in the like in previous episodes she was actually very mean towards Korra, because she's still mad that Tenzin got with another woman, that he married another woman. And that's another thing, um, the fact that Tenzin and Beifong had a bit of history together. I was just like, what? Another love triangle? Are you kidding me? Is this show gonna be full of love triangles? Because I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it really depends on the context, but generally speaking, it just gets messy. Um, ugh. So Beifong was in love with Tenzin, but Tenzin, because Tenzin's wife confessed her feelings to him, Tenzin got with Tenzin's wife instead. So they got married. So Beifong is still like really salty about it. Like she hasn't even moved on. Like that's another thing. Like by now he should have moved on. He's got 3 kids. He's got a wife and 3 kids. So, and you're like being angry at Korra just because of it. Like she had nothing to do with that. So, but I'm glad like she's come around now, and like she's actually helping Korra now, actually being nice towards her. She actually saved Korra in that last episode. So good episodes, but like as I said, this love triangle thing that's going on is really messy, and it's just so toxic, and I really don't want the friendship to be ruined, the relationships to be ruined because of the whole love triangle thing. So I don't know how they're gonna pass that, but whatever. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think of this whole love triangle thing? What do you think of Amon as a villain? What do you think of these episodes? Let me know and stay tuned for more.